Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, so Aquarians, let's get into this. So, I am going to start out with the assumption, because of our backdrop, that we have a character who's very much in charge of their life right now and they are sailing forward. They've left one port, they're out to sea, and they've got a destination in mind. So, I want to know where they're headed. This is going to be all kind of focused mostly about Aquarius, I think. some zodiacs have had little different twists to them, but where is Aquarius headed in life? Through a metamorphosis. So they are in the process, perhaps, of reinventing themselves. The 25th could be an important day, but with that metamorphosis energy, with that power of change, and we have these flamingos becoming butterflies on this card, which I just love. I think it's really cool. Um, Maybe somebody feels like a shapeshifter. Maybe somebody feels like their nature is shifting into something completely different. Now, this could be positive, this could be negative. Sometimes when we reach a point of, ooh, Queen of Swords, somebody's becoming a full blown, like, I'm in charge. I know where my boundaries are. I was gonna say, I was picturing, like, in a movie where, like, it's so um, tropey perhaps, but like the stories about, oh, the nerdy kid who then blossoms and becomes this, gorgeous or handsome or, super attractive individual. I was going to say that's what it makes me think of. Not saying anybody was ever nerdy, because frankly, I think nerds are sexy and hot. So I don't really know why you have to go through metamorphosis, period. Nerds rock. Um, Look, we all have our taste, okay? That happens to be mine. But that being said, I'm still picturing somebody having a real glow up. It doesn't mean physical, it doesn't mean physique, but it feels like on the inside, the way Aquarius feels about themselves is they have gained this level of personal empowerment, personal identity. They know exactly where their boundaries are. Doesn't matter if this is a masculine or a feminine, we still have the butterfly wings behind our character here as well. So, two different decks, two different artists, still giving us the same vibe of transformation. So, wherever our character is going, they are going into a place in their life where they're really, really, really different in the way they feel. I mean, Aquarius could be wearing shorter skirts if they're feminine. They could be showing off those legs. This could have been something where for many years they were like, "Oh no, I don't like my legs," and now they're like, "What do you mean? I got great legs. Why was that always so demure before? Why can't I show? I mean, she's still super classy, right? But why can't I get more body confidence? It could be something physical like this, but usually I look at this more as like mental, the mental strength and fortitude. Maybe this is somebody who's finding their voice to speak up for themselves now. Maybe this is an Aquarius who's finally ready to say, nope, I'm not dealing with that anymore. I put up with a lot of crap most of my life. I'm not doing it anymore. We have High Priestess and we have a Ten of Wands. High Priestess is very much about the subconscious awareness, but we're coupling it with like the logical mind. So because we have a quartz crystal here and we kind of have like it's like a glowing bulbous quartz crystal hovering above our character's head, I'm going to say something is changing about the vibration of Aquarius. Their entire frequency is shifting and maybe they're developing some hidden talents, we'll say. Maybe we have a character that is starting to realize that they have a lot more intuition than they ever gave themselves credit for. Maybe we have a character that is, they're not suppressing or denying that little tiny voice inside of them that has been guiding them their whole lives. And I would say this, it almost feels like somebody is embracing the fact that they're a mystic. If I were going to just simplify this, that's what I would say. Aquarius is becoming a mystic and they know it. If you're a mystic and you know it, clap your hands. Like that's the vibe I want to say we have. With the Ten of Wands is all about what direction somebody wants to go while dumping off the burdens. And I think it's so funny that they did this because the Ten of Wands is usually a completion where we lay down burdens. But this card almost looks like it should be a Two of Wands. Like which path does a character want to take? But I like the fact that they did this because really it reminds us that when we lay down burdens, we sometimes are in danger of like immediately picking up a new one. And that's kind of what it reminds our characters. If we're making a change right now, going through metamorphosis, if we're becoming a mystic and we've been kind of denying it, but now we're fully embracing it, we could almost immediately pick up another thing to hamper us if we aren't careful. And so this says no. Aquarius needs to be really mindful at this moment because okay, let's put it this way. When we are in the midst of like transformation, and I'm thinking about like, let's say, a baby that's still being formed, in utero, and there's all kinds of genetics that are being expressed. What color eyes are they going to have? Are they going to be super tall? Like all kinds of little things are getting clicked on or clicked off, or whatever. And it kind of feels like this is a time where if Aquarius were to liken their transformation to a moment where they're about to be like rebirthed, they should be aware that they're in charge of who they are turning into. If they're admitting that they're a mystic now, if they're starting to like really sense things more profoundly and they're really ready to acknowledge that for themselves, to figure out what kind of a mystic am I going to be. Maybe they need to be mindful of it. Maybe it's time that they not only feel like they can embrace it, but they don't find, another new thing to like hamper themselves with. So fully embracing it and being really cognizant of who am I turning into, what things in me are going to now be expressed. They're in charge of it. They get to enhance this or suppress it to whatever degree they wish, which is a very empowered place to be. We have an Empress and we have the Justice. Okay, so I didn't quite know exactly what that message was as I'm saying all of that, and now I think it makes more sense. Say Aquarius is going through this metamorphosis where they're getting like a energetic upgrade. They're going to become more intuitive. They're going to embrace it more fully. They're going to be able to work with that in a more, comfortable manner. They could potentially turn that into a career path if they wanted to. Empress is here. Empress can be a boss, a business owner. She can be a mother figure. She can be a great role model, a great healer, a great speaker, a great teacher. What I would say is if Aquarius is in a place in their life where they're fully embracing some new skill set for themselves, how they apply it could be really important. And this says, don't let them sell themselves short. Take those gifts and run with them as far and as bright as they can. Do as much good as we can with the energies that we possess, right? So if Aquarius is suddenly going to acknowledge, yes, I'm a mystic. Yes, I'm intuitive. Yes, I can work with the whatever, the powers of the universe. This says, okay, fully embrace it. Don't shortchange oneself. Do all the good that we possibly can. And Empress is always going to do good. They're going to nurture things. They're going to help things grow. They're going to help other people. This says Aquarius has possibly a great deal to accomplish in this life. They could become a great leader. They could become, like I said, a great teacher. She kind of sits here like she's in the upper echelon. Like this is the person that would be, like interviewed by others about, the some of the things that they've accomplished in life. It doesn't matter what age our Aquarius is at in their life. They're going through an energy upgrade and they have, I would almost argue that they're getting right on their real life path, something that's right for them right now. She actually looks really, really youthful, but she actually does have either graying or maybe platinum hair. Like maybe it's dye, or maybe somebody has dyed their hair a contrast in color, or maybe someone has like champagne colored hair, or prematurely gray, or maybe this denotes that she actually is a more mature age. But let me tell you, this Aquarius is going to look young for a really, really long time. Doesn't matter what color someone's hair may be. It's going to actually only form a contrast of how youthful they'll look. If they have gray hair, they're still going to look even younger. I don't know why the hair color is so important there, but it seems like is because now we're talking about how the kind of the inner light that Aquarius is shining, and like literally we saw it here too. The inner light is shining so brightly that youthful vitality is going to kind of like I'll say, like, supersede age. Age is, somebody's not going to be able to even guess Aquarius's age. They could be 60s and they're just now coming into this real power of theirs, and they're still going to be so young. We have an Eight of Wands. It's like all the good stuff is just getting started in Aquarius's life. Not meaning that Aquarius hasn't had a decent life up to now, but this is definitely a different chapter. And sometimes characters think, well, the active chapters in our life, or when we're whatever, 18 to 25, or 18 to 35 or something. No, those are the hard years. These are the good years that are coming up for Aquarius. They, especially if they're an older Aquarius in this storyline, their really successful years are actually up ahead. Where they're going next, the things that they'll be able to do, the vitality. I think that this Aquarius is going to feel younger, look younger, and accomplish more, maybe in the span of 1 year in their, seemingly like retirement age than they did for the previous 25 years. There's something, it's so different. They're in such a different energy. And I think they're just now coming into some of the best years of their life, which is so exciting to see. This is not, it's just, this storyline is about present and future. I didn't really intend it to be that way, even though I was saying, where's a character sailing to? What's their next port of call? For Aquarius, this is a little different than most stories because we're not talking about exactly what is their prime destination. It's more like, what is their life going to consist of? And their life is going to be a series of additional, I don't want to say adventures per se, but they're moving forward with a very clear, definitive path now. Now that they've made this transformation in themselves, now that they are like fully aware of their, I keep wanting to say like mysticism, or maybe their higher frequency, their intuition. Now that they're fully embracing this, it's going to be kind of like threading a needle, right? You can do a terrible job of threading the needle, or if you're really good at it, I don't know. The only way I ever learned to thread a needle is, like you lick it first and kind of pull it through your teeth so it gets sharper. And then when you get used to threading more needles, you get faster at it. And then it gets easy. Threading a needle could be difficult, or if you're good at it, it gets real easy. But it does take some like nimble fingers, right? This is something not everybody could do, is really what I'm getting at. Not everybody can do the things that Aquarius is going to be able to do. And it's like they're perfectly aligned for this path. They're perfectly aligned for this task. They're perfectly aligned. And it's less of like a series of adventures that seem chaotic, and more like this streamlined, like not everybody could string this needle, but Aquarius can. So what does that mean? Where are they going? Can we see that? Strength card coming into their lion energy. So, certainly the Leo season could be really important for Aquarius. They could have a lot of, I keep feeling like energy, vitality, good health, all of that is coming through for our character. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. It's go time. We see it again and again. It's all go time now. It's time to, with the infinity symbol over the lioness's head, I would say it's, again, this just looks like the truest identity and the truest strength that has always been within Aquarius is now radiating outward. This is their time to shine. Eight of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Is that not a mic drop moment? I'm telling you, whatever this is that Aquarius has wanted to achieve in their life, they will be putting capstones on their life. I kind of think it's going to be a series of like everything gets aligned just right. And Aquarius just, have you ever hit like every green light when you're driving? I had this happen and I almost got unsistered for this. I had to take something to the post office from my brother, and I was late. And I knew I would almost make it, but there was a chance that I wouldn't. And I knew if I don't make it, I'll miss it by, we're talking like a breath. And it was one of those moments where all of us thought there's no way this is going to happen. And then instead, everything hit right. I got every green light. I had just one or two little extra things. A parking spot opened up just right, right in the front. And I sprinted up. Well, I don't sprint so fast, but I took the stairs, post office 6 at a time, and got there as they were locking the door. And thank God they let me still mail the package, and I still got to be my brother's sister. Otherwise, he would have unsistered me, banished me, because I let him down on a really important day. And I did not mean to, but it was just a series of crazy events that had occurred. And that I remember that day because, like, those are the moments where you go, oh my God, if everything hadn't aligned perfectly, this couldn't have made it happen. And I was like, I swear it's just because I needed it to work so bad because I felt so awful. But in truth, I couldn't have done anything different, but it's still, it's just that situation where you're like, I don't know how this is going to work. And you're like, but it has to. And then sure enough, everything aligns and everything falls into place. And it's kind of like, and then the birds are singing in every tree and everything's all right. Those are rare moments where everything aligns just so. But man, when they do, that's a good day. Well, that's kind of what Aquarius's life is. They're moving into a time frame where they're not going to have the stress and the heart palpitations of trying to, arrive at their destination in this harried fashion, but rather it's more like every single thing is aligned for them so that the right things can fall into place. The right job shows up, the right career opportunity in the right city, and they're in the right place at the right time to meet the love of their life. The universe is overseeing all of this. So I think it's a really great time. Let me close this out with, universe, what would you like Aquarius to know in this story? Because if the universe is so much like working in tandem with Aquarius right now, what would they have to say? Empress. Also, I will say, so my baby ate this pretty heartily when he was a puppy. He bit into the Empress's foot, but I always thought it was great because it grounds her more. It draws our focus to her foot. Now she looks into the future with her crystal ball, but she sits very much in her present, and she keeps a foot very much, nailed right there on terra firma. Like she is a part of the earth, but she is connected to the cosmos. And if that's what the universe wants our character to remember, you are in alignment with the earth as well as the stars. There could be a really important constellation for Aquarius. I mean, like something specific. If they look up in the night sky and a constellation in particular is really noticeable to them, there could be a message in that. Hang on, I'm looking to see, because it suddenly makes me want to grab something bit my neck. It makes me want to grab my constellation deck, but I don't know where it's at right now. Let me at least go with this deck. It's not the one I want, but there's something here about, like, maybe Aquarius needs to step out under the night sky and connect with the universe. Well, in this case, it says, be aware of the 11th house, where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. Well, that's a pretty sweet connection. Maybe it's looking up at the North Star, or maybe it's, Sirius, the dog star, will rise. At least, I mean, I look forward to it just because I'm a Virgo, I'm an August baby. And so, I always think of Sirius, it's like right around the 13th, 14th of August that it rises. And I don't know, that makes me think of like Sirius, the dog star myself. But if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, we'll see it pretty soon because we're in mid-July now. I love the fact that this story kind of comes full circle with, where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. I do think whether it's this time for Aquarius to, give thanks to the cosmos or send up prayer or, whatever it is, sometimes it's nice to take a moment and look out the window and look up at the sky and remember that we're a part of this big, huge cosmic stew. So I'm going to leave that there. I liked that one very much. That was a really enjoyable one to get to tell. Andrea, you angel. Thank you so much. You are so sweet. Trust me, I have no wisdom whatsoever. I am very much a flawed human, making more flaws probably by the day. But thank you for your beautiful, kind energy, Shirley. You sweetheart. Shirley, did you have a zodiac that you're waiting for? Does anybody specifically have an order in which you would like me to get to the zodiacs tonight? Because I was still going to do quite a few, probably at least 4 more tonight. So if you guys have a special request, you can feel free to throw those out into the chat right now, and I will make that a priority. I was going to go to Sag and Taurus tonight. Scorpio was slated for tonight, and I hadn't really thought about who the fourth would be yet. Adam, I'm so glad you made it over here also. Hi, Corabelle. Great to see you again, hon. Ask Alicia, how are you, honey? Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Hermit, always lovely to see you. I'm glad you made it over here tonight also. You guys are so awesome. Sherry Marshall, good to see you again tonight. Happy Bubble. Oh, very cool. And Gemini, okay, you've got to vote for Gemini out there. Sherry Marshall wants a Taurus. All right, no problem. I got a couple votes for Gemini. Okay. Virgo, Scorpio, fire signs. I just did Leo, I think, yesterday, so I know Leo won't be added in tonight. Just because we just did Leo. And so I have to wait just a little tiny bit to make sure that I, kind of divvy up the time so I don't ignore some of our other zodiacs. But I see a vote for Ophiuchus. Okay, so I think I see the most for Gemini. So we'll probably go to Gemini next. And I'll do Gemini live as well, okay? And then I'll keep the others in mind, probably Gemini, Taurus. If I can do another Leo before tonight is out, I will. But I might postpone just a little bit. Emily, you said fire signs as a whole, so definitely Sag will come out tonight. If I can squeeze in a Leo, I will. All right, you guys, but don't tell anybody. I'm kidding. I try really hard to honor actually the requests that we have, but on a week where I'm kind of behind in zodiacs, I just didn't want to keep people waiting for too long for, some zodiacs get their second video and others are still on their first, although I had to do that with Libra, but I'm trying to be as fair as I can on a week that I'm running late. So, all right, you guys, lots of love. I'll see you again soon. Hi, RT. Alicia, it's not the Instagram that I had a problem with. It was Facebook. Facebook has never fixed it. There are 2 imposters out there pretending to be me on Facebook. They've stolen screenshots of me off of my videos. They call themselves by my name and they attempt to sell readings. And I alerted Facebook to it. I went in and I didn't have a Facebook account. So I had to go into Facebook, create an account just so I could go and alert Facebook and say, hey, these are all fake. And when I did that, and I submitted even my driver's license and everything to prove I'm the real me, these are the imposters, Facebook said, no, I'm the imposter. And they kicked me off of Facebook and they've never reinstated it, nothing. So there's 2 imposters out there on Facebook. Please don't give them your money. I am not on Facebook. And it is the most annoying and infuriating thing that even in the face of me providing my proof, they still said that I'm fake. So it's very bizarre. I've never seen such a thing. And because they don't have people you can talk to, there's nothing I can really do other than, send letters. But, you don't hear anything back. So it's just really bizarre. But my Instagram is okay. My Instagram is fine. And that's the only other social media that I have. I have 2 channels here on YouTube and I have Instagram. So I'm not out there otherwise. I don't have a TikTok. I don't have Facebook. I don't have, Telegram or, any of those other, I don't have Twitter or X, whatever they call it now. I don't have OnlyFans. I don't have any of those things. So if you see me out there, that is not me. Alicia, did you? Okay, I haven't looked at Instagram in a little bit, and I've had it closed so that because there were so many scammers on Instagram also, because I like to make sure that people are real, just to try to keep everybody safe. I promise you I'll look tonight, though. I didn't mean to ignore you. I haven't been posting anything on Instagram. On the other hand, that makes me wonder, if, because I don't have my phone next to me, or I would check right now while we're live, but I don't think I've seen you request anything, because usually they'll pop up on my phone with an alert. So that makes me really wonder, did you request it from a fake account? I don't know. I haven't checked to know if there's an Instagram fake account. I'm so glad you brought this up, Alicia. let's definitely take a look into this. You sweetheart, thank you. I'm so glad you said something though. I will check tonight and try to find you. Okay, make sure that if I got a request for you that it is permitted, because actually I should just open that back up. Maybe I don't really know how to prevent the scammers. They're out there anyway. I just do my best to try to keep you guys safe, so you're not giving money to fake people for fake readings. I don't do private readings. I don't sell them. I'll do free stuff here on my channel, but I don't sell readings. I never have. I've never, ever, ever sold a reading. So I hope that helps keep everybody safe. All right, lots of love. I will see you guys in the next videos, but I will actually check that Instagram for you, Alicia, first. Okay, bye guys. Take care for right now.